With monorail black coasting high above, today's adventure brings us to the contemporary resort here at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. Originally opening of one of two resorts in 1971, the other being the Polynesian, the contemporary resort is definitely a classic. Built onto a modular A-frame construction with a monorail passing through, this original building, the Contemporary Resort, was built in 1971 and was supposed to be interchangeable, meaning the rooms were supposed to be brought in by crane and you can actually remove the rooms individually to change them out every so often. But that never really happened, so let's go take a look a little bit further at this. Before we make our way into the lobby, these photos provided by Yesterland are what I was speaking of. These modular rooms were prefabricated, then slid into place, and you were supposed to be able to update them every so often, which never really happened. They kind of kept them as is. I guess Disney found it was more cost effective and easier just to remodel the rooms without actually pulling them out entirely. So the Contemporary Resort with very many Mary Blair inspired artwork, it's really awesome here. It gives you a little hint of nostalgia, but also of modernness. And one of the best values that I found, at least in my opinion, is Steakhouse 71, believe it or not. Steakhouse 71 actually has a great breakfast for what you get. You get actually a steak and eggs breakfast, but if you add on the coffee, if you think about it, you get unlimited refills on your coffee, including a cup to go if you want as well. And if you think about it, with almost $4 a cup, you can actually drink your way into having a free steak and eggs breakfast if you think about it. Because I think my bill ran around $35 with tax and tip. So it's definitely a great place to check out here at Steakhouse 71 for breakfast. As you make your way through the entrance, you'll find all sorts of retro and vintage photos of Walt Disney and, of course, his cigarette being photoshopped out, of course. But as you make your way back out, you'll find the escalators, which will bring you up to the second floor of the convention center. And I first found out about this little hidden area up here, whereas if you want to take a little rest for the day, it's great if you find a couch on your own and you want some peace and quiet. It's really super secluded up here. You do have the restaurant of the California Grill up here, but throughout the day, you can find peace and quiet. And I found it one day actually when we had one of those very cold days in Florida. It was bone chilling cold where the high was only like 53 degrees, and actually it does get very, very cold. This was a great place to kind of seek shelter from the wind and the rain and the coldness, to hang out here and just to get a little warmth. And conversely, if you're having one of those 100-degree humid days here in Florida, this is also a great place to chill out. And just off to my left there, the convention center is where President Nixon gave his famous "I'm not a crook" speech, believe it or not. As we head over to these doors, you'll find a peekaboo view of Bay Lake, which connects to Seven Seas Lagoon, and off to the right you'll find Fort Wilderness, and off to the left you'll find the Bay Lake Towers of the DVC Resort. By the looks of the sign up there, that gives you directions to the 4 different convention center ballrooms. And as we head up the escalators to the 3rd floor, that's where you'll find the monorail station, which connects to the Magic Kingdom resorts and also the TTC, but also you'll find Chef Mickey's and other stores right up here. Just like most of the resort stores, you can find different souvenirs, you can find clothing, little snacks, treats, and then you can also find beverages and things that you'll need as you're staying here at the Contemporary. You'll find this giant mural designed by Mary Blair, who also did the It's a Small World attraction, and if you look closely you can find a 5-legged goat up there. Here you'll find the Contempo Cafe along with Chef Mickey's. I heard both are great. I haven't been there myself, but the Steakhouse 71 definitely is one of my favorites. That's a go-to for breakfast. Being that this resort opened in 1971, it is older and it's going to have a little bit of issues. So I noticed on some of my trips over here, those windows, they fogged up a little bit, and I did see some leakage on some heavy rain days. But you can kind of expect that in this older type of building. But overall, it's maintained pretty well in my opinion. And would you just take a look at that beautiful late summer sky that overlooks Bay Lake. For those of you who follow my channel, know that I found a Walt Disney World monorail about 3 years ago in the Nevada desert. You see, 2 of these Walt Disney World monorails that were built in the mid-80s were eventually sold to a Las Vegas company, one to the MGM and one to the Bally's Resort, and they ran up and down the strip to service the new monorail that was built in the mid-90s. And they ran for about 10 years before they retired them, and they sat abandoned in a field where they were vandalized. But then a family decided to purchase them and move them out to Sandy Valley, and it became part of their front yard decorations. Well, right before they actually sold it to a California company, which now it's currently being refurbished in a California company, I found it sitting in their front yard. You can definitely check out that video and the link in the description down below. It's pretty awesome. Now, I recently did a video of a Grand Circle tour around the Magic Kingdom on the train. It's not one of my favorite rides. Pretty boring, mostly because there's really not a whole lot to look at. I mean, you're riding on a train. That's cool. That's the thing is, I love trains. I love this monorail. It's one of my favorites. However, that one's a little boring to me, so you can also check out that video in the link in the description down below. However, it's pretty awesome how this monorail actually goes through the Contemporary Resort. Off in the distance there, you'll find the towers of the DVC Resort of Bay Lake Towers. And over there, you'll take a little quick peekaboo of Space Mountain as we look up at the A-frame of the Contemporary Resort. The 2 monorail tracks right up above, and a little viewing area for the fireworks over the Magic Kingdom right over there. And this here is Disney's version of their timeshare program, which is their Disney Vacation Club. And if you think about it, it may or may not be for you. But if you like to go on vacations every so often, usually about once a year at least, and if you like to stay at kind of the upper end, the moderate to the higher priced resorts, you'll definitely get your money's worth out of these. Most of the DVC resorts have their own little kitchen, which has a functioning stove, microwave, refrigerator, dishwasher, and all the amenities that you need. And what's really great is you don't really pay any type of any extra fees or anything like that as far as you would with like a hotel. So hotels have a lot of their other fees associated with it, but as an owner of a DVC resort, all you pay are just your monthly dues. Definitely something to check into, and I'm kind of leaning towards the maybe on this one as well. They also offer resale programs where you can actually buy some timeshares, the DVC memberships that people actually want to get out of, and you can actually get some really good deals out there if you check it out. Even though it was built in 1971, the Contemporary Resort is still a modern classic. Overpriced? Most likely yes, but it's convenient because it's right next door to the Magic Kingdom Park. All in all, even if you don't stay here at the Contemporary Resort, it's a great place to stop in for a little while, to relax, cool off, do some shopping, or get a bite to eat. Hey, so if you liked today's video, give it a nice like and thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, welcome, do me a favor and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next adventure.